Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lifestyle with Dr. Mobi. I'm Dr. Mobi, and today we have an excellent guest. Let's welcome Ali.
How you doing, Dr. Mobi?
How are you doing,
I'm
Ali?
doing well.
Tell us about yourself, Ali.
My name is Ali Naveed. I am the president of Miss and Mrs. Pakistan USA. I live in Baltimore, but I've been part of the DMV community for the past 3 years now. And I just want to thank Dr. Mobi for having me here today as we discuss some of our upcoming events, especially our pageant, Miss Pakistan, Miss and Mrs. Pakistan USA.
Okay, well, thank you for coming and on such a short notice. I know you're busy with all the preparations for pageant, and how exciting is for this year?
We're always very excited to have this pageant this year. It's very special because this is the first year we're doing this pageant after the passing of my sister, who is the founder of Miss and Mrs. Pakistan USA organization, Naveed. So it's been a little hectic with COVID, with everything going on. As you know, there's a lot of uncertainties, but overall our team has been working very hard, and we want to make sure that we give each and every one of you an amazing show. And our contestants, they're very excited, and very soon we will be announcing our contestants on our website and as well as on our social media pages.
Okay, so tell me a little bit. I know we talked a little bit on that with your conversation. This started after you passing your sister, and may Allah grant her Jannah.
Ameen.
And she did such an amazing job, and putting and helping so many girls, and to find this kind of organization and this objective to raise awareness among everybody, to gain confidence, to boost morale and everything, so many things, so many levels.
Yes.
I think her work will be remembered for longest time.
Inshallah.
So tell me a little bit about how do you find the energy and passion to do this?
To be honest, showbiz, if you want to say, has been my hobby. Even when I was in college, Pace University in New York, I was very involved with student affairs, and that eventually led me into planning events throughout my college career. Then eventually, when my sister won Miss Pakistan World 2012, she then started her own organization, Miss Pakistan USA, and working with her for the past 8 years has really got me very involved in the DMV community. Especially, we've done our 7 out of our 8 pageants in the DMV community, and the energy just comes from helping women feel comfortable to share their stories, to empower women, because I think our Pakistani women want to share their struggles, or they want to share their journeys that they might not have the opportunity to do in Pakistan. But doing this pageant here, doing in front of the DMV audience and in front of everybody, it gives them a platform. It gives them, if you want to say, a leadership role to become role models for all the Pakistani women, not just in the United States, but all over the world. So honestly, the energy just comes from helping other individuals, helping our Pakistani women, and putting on a good show for the DMV community to see what talent and what some of the highlights that our women have to offer, especially our Pakistani women.
Okay, and that is, I think, really commendable, because a lot of women, it's all over the world, and we want to appreciate for their knowledge, for their beauty, for their every talent they have, and I always tell everyone, I always felt that they are superwomen, because they not only have careers and they're successful, they do phenomenal job, they actually outclass men in every field.
I agree.
I can remember. So kudos to everyone who's watching, and just encourage everybody to come forward and do your best and believe in your best. And this is important, because there is so much stigmatization of and there is Islamophobia, and I always sad but nobody portrays that what women especially do, and especially from our side of the world.
Yes.
So I can tell a lot are very professional, physician, and everybody, a lot of in other computers, and so many great fields. So I really encourage everybody to just take a moment and then realize that there are others, not what media portrays, and this is what we are and what we should be actually striving for. So with that, I would again encourage and ask you actually a couple of questions on what is the process to get somebody who is interested in joining.
Yes, so we have a website. It's called www.misspakistan.us. Anyone can go on there and apply. Right on the corner tab, you'll see an application tab. You submit a application with 3 very basic questions, and we ask for 3 pictures of yours. Then the next step is that we call you for a phone interview. If your phone interview goes well and you are somebody that we are looking for, somebody that can become a face of our organization, you then get selected as a finalist. And then from there, as we have this pageant coming up in the next 2 weeks, you are invited for a 3-day in-person pageant where you have your preliminary round that takes place on Saturday, and then you have the actual pageant in front of the audience, which takes place that Sunday. It's a very easy process, and we're always there to guide you through it all.
Okay. Also, tell me a little bit about, you said they have to have interview also on the phone, and what questions normally would be asked on there?
So we ask them, we want to know what interests you to our organization, how you heard about it. We also ask you about what you would like to do with the platform. We want to hear some of your goals. We want to hear if you have some events or there's some kind of organization that you connect with. It could be a non-for-profit. It could be a charitable organization that you have had a connection with. So we ask you, what would you want to do if you were to be chosen as the next Miss and Mrs. Pakistan USA? And the last thing that we tell you about is that, Pakistani pageants are still considered a taboo. So we want to hear from the girl, for family members or people in the community that might criticize you for taking part, being a Pakistani woman in a pageant. How would you respond in a positive way to show the positive side of pageants? And we want to hear how you would answer that. So all those 3 questions you can find on our website. And if you are somebody that's interested, applications are still open, and we look forward to reviewing yours.
Okay, and that is just also very important, is that it is your self-confidence, and you're bringing up, you need to, and actually even if you didn't have all that, but by doing this is going to really boost all your lot of self-confidence. And,
Definitely.
And I think whoever has this idea that you have to look certain way to compete, I think it's wrong, right?
I agree with you.
So there's no criteria on that. So its criteria is if you think you can be a part of this organization, amazing organization, and come forward and help us. And I'm so proud to be part of his mission, and I decided to give him all kind of media coverage for this, and will be for sure in future years to come. We will really highlight that, because this is also so close to our mission to have positivity all over and spread the great message, because that's where I think everybody should be focused on, not things which divide us. So
agreed, 100%.
And so those are some of things which I like to highlight and kind of work with you on that. Also, I like to know what do you see for future for next year?
Honestly, we once things are better with this COVID situation, and anybody that's watching this, we obviously, all my prayers are for you and your family. I hope we all get through this. I think once things get better with this, the variant and everything like that, we are hoping to continue to expand. I mean, a lot of people have asked us, are you gonna do Mr. Pakistan? And that is something that is also being discussed. And also, one of the other plans that we had is to do a pageant for the younger kids. Parents want to get their youngsters involved, and there's nothing wrong with having them get on stage and having them have a little bit of fun. Everybody deserves to have a little bit of fun. So the two projects, if you want to say, that we're working on going forward would be Mr. Pakistan and something for the kids. And those are in the plannings, but inshallah, by the end of this year, we will give you some updates on those.
Sure, that's exciting, and I will also propose to add, something on lines of, any academics that like we have spelling bees or all those. So I think we should also add those, and if we have also Miss Pakistani, maybe have subcategories like best smile or those. So
actually, the day of the event, we have Miss Intelligent. We give out Miss Congeniality, the girl, things like that. So these are our subtitles. We have 10 subtitles for every one of our pageants, and Miss Intelligent, Miss Perfect, Miss Congeniality, People's Choice. These are just some of the ones that we have.
Singing.
Yes, Miss Talent, Miss Community Service, all part of the pageant. So I also want to say that as much as they call it a beauty pageant, I personally don't consider it a beauty pageant, even though it is. We look for a woman that is well-rounded, intelligence, confidence. We're looking for beauty, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as you guys know. It doesn't have to mean that your looks have to be perfect. Every girl that's been chosen as a finalist, they're already a winner, and in our eyes, because obviously they took the step to be chosen, and we consider them win or lose. You're a leader, you're a finalist, and you're doing it for the Pakistani people, so we appreciate that.
I know that's keep it up, the good work, and anything we can help, of course we'll highlight that. So I think with that we got some idea. Now we'll definitely be including some of the conversation which I had with a couple of pageants, ex-winners, and also will be live actually broadcasting pre-show and then also show and post-show. So don't miss on all these. But before we kind of go more, I just again want to tell it's on a Sunday, August 29th.
August 29th.
What time?
6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and it'll be at National Harbor area, and that is the hotel.
Harborside Hotel, Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Yeah. So make sure buy the ticket, go on website, check it out. It's phenomenal, it's excellent, and I will be there, and Ali will be there, and a lot of folks out there. So don't miss this amazing opportunity, and let's get this going. For joining Symbol from all the way from Maryland. Yay, let's welcome Symbol.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are lucky to have Symbol, and so tell us about yourself, Symbol. So I know you are very much involved with Ali about all this Miss and Mrs. Pakistan. So tell me about your journey. How did you start with this organization?
Well, first, I would like to thank you, Dr. Mobi, for giving me the opportunity to come on your show and speak about the great opportunity I have with the President Ali Naveed for Miss and Mrs. Pakistan USA. I myself was a contestant 3 years ago in 2018, and I was one of the finalists. Probably the best 3 days of my life. I had such a great time. I met my best friend, Safai Jazz, over there as well. I made a lot of connections there, and to be part of the team, like, I am more than honored to. So Miss Pakistan USA was created about 8 years ago by Zanab Naveed. It's a pageant. Obviously it's a beauty pageant, but it doesn't just focus on beauty. The pageant is all about women empowerment and how it gives a woman the voice that it needs, and it gives her a title to make a positive change.
Okay, well, that is really good, and I'm glad that you went through this journey, and you can now help everyone else about it, and not only that, coach everyone, and which is a great thing. So tell me about what was like preparing for this event. If somebody is preparing to be in Miss or Mrs. Pakistan, so tell me what should they expect, or how can someone prepare for it?
Well, obviously, they're not just like I said, it's not just about beauty that we're looking for. We're looking for how confident a woman is and the positive changes that she's going to be bringing to the community. So, in order for her to prepare, we obviously send them like a preparation guide that's going to help them throughout their 3-day weekend.
Okay. And is there something in terms of like, coaching, or somebody could do that, or no?
So obviously, when we say that it's a 3-day pageant, the third day is obviously the day when they're all getting ready, and end of the in the evening is when the pageant starts. So when they arrive there, so from the moment they arrive, their training starts. So until the moment they get on the stage, like they're just like practicing nonstop. So the training goes on till like middle of the night. We start early morning, so it's a lot that goes in the 3 days.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So we make sure they're like fully prepared to go on the stage and rock like every single segment that they're about to walk for.
Okay, great. So tell me about some of the segments. So what are those some of the segments, since you went?
So obviously the first one is the introduction round, where we introduce the contestant. We tell the audience where they're from. They come. So first it's gonna be Mrs. Then I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut that off. We start with Miss, then we make our way to the Misses. But first is the introduction in their evening gown. The second one is their traditional. Then we make our way to the talent round. Then it's another evening gown where the top 5 get chosen. In that top 5, the judges ask them each a individual question, and then from the way they answer those questions, we decide the judges score them on.
Mhm. Okay. And so in the first, so when they arrive, first day, this is just like intro and all that, right? So then the second day. So I say when they arrive first day, then it's just the introduction and so forth, right?
So day 1, when they arrive, Friday afternoon, they obviously check into the hotel. After checking in, we give them like an hour to settle in. After that, they make their way to the orientation. Orientation can run up to 2 hours long. It's just between the team and the contestant. Basically, we're getting to know one another. Right after the orientation, we make our way to dinner. When we come back from the dinner, we get straight into rehearsals.
Oh, wow, wow.
Because
So,
like I mentioned, there are 5 rounds to the pageant on Sunday. That's why we have to make sure they're prepared for every single round.
wow, that must be very fascinating. So how did it change your life after you did all that?
It changed my life like completely. Like when I look at myself, when the moment that I walked into Miss Pakistan, I was that, you can say I was that goofball. I was that one that was like joking around. So I'm gonna share like an insight with you from when I actually arrived at Miss Pakistan as a contestant 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So right after the orientation, we're all going for dinner. We're all sitting at the table. Everybody's like grabbing salad. Meanwhile, I'm looking at my plate and I'm sitting with my friend. I'm like, everybody's eating a salad. Meanwhile, my plate is like filled with like so much food. It's like simple. Like, why aren't you eating a salad? I'm like, I'm gonna eat like what I want to eat. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need to like look a certain way to impress somebody. Like, if I need to impress somebody, they can get impressed with the person I am and
Yes.
how I look. So like it's like dessert time and everybody's like, no, we're okay. I grab a bowl and I have 5 gulab jamuns in there.
Good. Wow, that's
It's like that moment. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna care. I'm still gonna eat what I want to eat. But then I look at myself that I was such a goofball. But like in those 3 years, I see that confidence, how that pageant helped me build my confidence in order for me to speak in public, on stage. Like no matter where I go now, like I'm so comfortable like speaking to anyone and anybody now. Like that
okay.
pageant has really empowered me, I would say.
Okay, very nice. I mean, that's all about these shows are. I mean, this is all about building and empowerment. We want to make sure everybody live to their fullest. capability as well as whatever they believe and whatever they can.
Mhm.
That's I think really commendable with this organization for sure. So I'm so glad that people like you are part of this. And then when Ali told me, I said I have to interview her to get the real scoop. Ali, you're a nice guy.
Soup.
Yeah, I said, like, see this gulab jamun story. Nobody would tell me except you, right?
The thing is, nobody even knows besides like the team that was there. Even till now, like I sit and I laugh about it. I'm like,
Okay.
I feel like that was my moment, and I love like telling that story.
So I should say to everybody who is watching and getting prepared for August 29, just eat whatever you want and however you want. No need to look for salad that day or 2 days, and
I mean,
eh,
I do tell them obviously like it is a pageant, like who doesn't want to win? But end of the day, I want to make sure any contestant that's coming to the pageant, I want to make sure they still have fun. Like
yeah.
those are the 3 days that are going to be so memorable for them. Like we want to make sure they remember like every single second of it.
Yeah, yeah, and that is, I think, really the great message we want to tell everyone is that this is all about you and nobody else.
Exactly.
What people think, what people say, they will always say something. Don't worry about them. It's you only, and just be yourself. Be what you are.
Exactly.
And no need to be afraid of. And there is always somebody who will win, and then a lot of people who won't. But that's fine. It's not about winning that just crown, which is great if you win, but it's about reaching that stage. I think to me, everybody's winner because everybody on that stage means a lot, and it doesn't matter. I mean, if you are a finalist, you still will be. You really achieve. If somebody asks me now, anybody knows all those other contestants that day. I don't think I would know, but everybody knows you. I mean, even you're not the final winner, but so that's what is important. Is
So
that
here's what I would say. I would say it's not about winning or losing. It's all
yeah.
about the experience that you're
Yeah,
gonna get out of these 3 days.
yeah, and that is the key. And so, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching, there is another big event coming on August 29th, 28th, and also actually 27th. We are the media partner, and we'll be there all 3 days, myself in person, and interviewing each of you and helping you all along with this. And for years to come, we'll be part of this organization to help and succeed. So, any final message for everybody who is still on the fence to come or not to come? Any
I'm
final?
like, this pageant is about Zenith's legacy as well, and I know for Zenith's legacy we have up-notched it as well. So if you haven't been to a Miss and Mrs. Pakistan pageant before, I guarantee you don't want to miss out on this one.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and
if you
that's it.
haven't purchased your tickets yet, I really suggest purchase them now before they all get sold out.
Yeah, and that's the true. Just get your tickets. What are you waiting for? Just get your tickets, and then Simba will be there. You'll be there, right, Simba?
I will be there all 3 days.
And you can chat with her live there, so no problem with that. So okay, well, everybody, we are counting on to show up. So please buy the tickets and get going. And I'll be there in person too, and we'll have a lot of fun, musty, and eat a lot of gulab jamuns with Symbol. So I know what to bring for you, Symbol. So
I'll make
okay.
sure that gulab jamun with you.
Okay. Okay, you take care, and thank you for coming to our show.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, you take care.